After 10 years of being excluded from every family vacation, because I was too boring and broke, I bought a beachfront villa in the Bahamas. When my sister found out and asked if her family could stay there for free this summer, I just said, sorry, it's only for people who are interesting enough. She hung up and hasn't spoken to me since. It started when I was 28. My family planned a 2-week trip to Santorini. My parents, my sister Rachel, her husband Mark, and their 2 kids. I found out from a Facebook post. When I called my mom, she said, oh honey, we didn't think you'd be able to swing it financially. The whole package was $4,200 per person. She was right. I was barely making $43K working retail management and doing DoorDash on weekends. My studio apartment in a sketchy part of town cost $1,200 a month. But what really hurt was Rachel's comment at Thanksgiving that year. She showed everyone photos from Greece on the big screen TV and said, we thought about inviting Blake, but honestly, he never really fits the energy of these trips. You know, he's just different. My dad nodded. Some people are homebodies. Nothing wrong with that. Except I wasn't a homebody. I just didn't have money. And apparently, I wasn't interesting enough to warrant an invite, even if I did. That became the pattern. Costa Rica in 2016. No invite. Iceland in 2018. Didn't even tell me until after. Cabo in 2019. I saw the group chat. Rachel literally wrote, let's not invite Blake. He just complained about prices the whole time and kill the vibe. So I stopped waiting for invitations. I stopped going to family dinners where they'd all reminisce about trips I wasn't part of. I worked. I took a $19 Udemy course on cloud computing. Then another. I studied every night after my shifts until 2 a.m. Within 8 months, I passed my AWS certification. 6 months later, I landed a junior DevOps role at $78K. I kept my head down. Learned Kubernetes, Docker, Terraform. Got promoted twice in 3 years. By 32, I was a senior cloud architect making $185K. By 34, I was freelancing for Fortune 500 companies and pulling $320K annually. My family had no idea. I never told them. I still lived in the same studio, drove my 2009 Honda Civic, wore thrift store clothes. I was saving every dollar. Last December, I flew to Harbor Island and bought a 4-bedroom beachfront villa for $1.8 million. Glass walls, infinity pool, private white sand beach, outdoor kitchen. I furnished it with West Elm and restoration hardware. Hired a local property manager named Marcus who kept it pristine. I posted exactly 1 photo on Instagram. Just the sunset view from the deck. Caption, new home office. I didn't tag the location. Didn't explain. Just posted it and went back to work. 3 days later, Rachel called. First time she'd called me in 2 years. Blake! Oh my god, is that really your place? Marcus told me, wait, is it in the Bahamas? I paused. Who's Marcus? I googled the sunset angle and found the property listing. I called the manager to confirm. Blake, this is incredible. The kids would absolutely die to see it. We're actually planning our summer trip and Rachel, Mark's been wanting to go somewhere tropical. And this would be perfect. We'd cover our own flights, obviously. Just need a place to crash for like a week or 2. Mid-July work for you? My jaw tightened. 10 years. 10 years of being erased from family memories. 10 years of not fitting the vibe. Sorry, I said. It's only for people who are interesting enough. Dead silence. Then, are you seriously going to be petty about this? No, I'm going to remember it. You're really going to hold a grudge over some old vacations? We were just being practical, Blake. You were broke. You never asked. You just decided I wasn't worth including. This is unbelievable. You finally get something nice and you act like I hung up. 2 hours later, my mom called, then texted when I didn't answer. Family forgives, Blake. You should too. What Rachel did was years ago. You're being cruel. I replied with a screenshot. The 2019 Cabo group chat. Rachel's message. Let's not invite Blake. He just complained about prices the whole time. Underneath, my dad had replied, agreed. Some people just aren't vacation people. Mom left me on red. The next week, Rachel posted on Facebook. Interesting how success changes people. Some family members forget where they came from. 43 relatives liked it. I didn't respond. Instead, I started booking the villa. Friends from work. My AWS study group. A college roommate who let me crash on his couch for 6 months when I was broke. The villa stayed booked solid. 3-night minimum. $800 per night. But I let friends stay free. Last month, I heard through my cousin Jenna that Mark lost his job. Severance ran out. They're living on Rachel's $52K teacher salary now. Same financial stress I had at 28. Jenna said Rachel mentioned maybe reaching out to me again. Just to talk. Maybe apologize. She hasn't. And honestly, I'm not waiting. Because the people who saw me when I had nothing are already on the guest list.